How to do this.
All right, welcome one and all. I am Michael. Pronouns are he, him, and I will be emceeing this evening. We want to introduce all you wonderful people.
Yeah, hey, I'm Mo. They, she pronouns. I am playing Obsidian, she, they pronouns, the beacon.
I am Sarah, she, her pronouns. I am playing Zaylin, they, them pronouns, the Nova.
I'm Nessa, she, her. I'm playing Marrow, Rosalind, but you don't need to know my civilian name. Also, she, her, the Janice.
Hi, I'm Steve. I play Johnny Styles, aka Wildfire. He, him for both of us.
All right, do we want to go over what had happened last time?
Yes, I'm prepared. Well, I'm not that prepared. I'm more prepared than usual. So I'm going to carry the ball for a little
You're
bit.
generally pretty prepared on what happened last time. You are not the very best player I've had for something like that, but you're damn close. You're on the spot.
I wasn't prepared last week though, so I just
You
kind
mean
of
you,
threw it
you
at all
mean
of you.
you mean
month
3
ago?
weeks ago?
Yes.
Yeah. Last week, 3 weeks ago.
Details.
Mamma mia, mamma.
Time is an illusion.
Time is an illusion.
It's happened that
So,
once.
yeah, we went to Centipede, who was a sexy older, and I feel like an anime protagonist. Where like, well, the minute someone's over 25, I'm like, oh, MILF.
You're
But
middle aged now.
yeah, older question mark villainess with 6 arms, almost double the amount of arms a usual person has.
Almost as much as I need to hold me.
Exactly. She runs a chop shop, and we were like, absolutely not. Marrow was a little like, but it ended up being a really good thing. So we went to go fuck her shit up. Also, side note, all her guys had these weird high-tech guns. Other side note, Johnny found
Two
out
of
the
her guys.
Gammers made them, of all things.
Professor Gammers.
Professor Friction Gammers.
That's a friction.
No, just Professor Friction. Leave the Gammers is that's like a school thing.
I'm gonna start calling Gammers again. And
What's hilarious is it looked like you had blurred yours out.
I'm mad at trains. One just came in. Why do we need another one? Marrow vowed to kill Gammers, so maybe I'll follow up on that. While we finished, we beat them all, and it was an epic fight. But like, we're done with that.
We're gonna do this. Zaylin goes, I'm gonna take away gravity.
Yeah. Zaylin did some dope gravity shit. Angus, which if you remember is, how to say Johnny Styles? Sorry. The guy.
Wildfire? Or Jason Blake.
Jason Blake's right-hand man, Angus, who has some power, I don't know, like strength or something. He's his right-hand man. And Angus called Centipede, which is why you don't use caller ID when you're a villain, dummy. And Obsidian picked up and did her best Centipede voice, and we got a bunch of information wherein that they had hired Centipede to like do some shenanigans for them, like pull some shit, and we were like, oof, not on our watch. There was some gig robbing a bank. We cut ahead. Johnny came out to Zaylin as, your dad is still alive. Sorry.
Yeah.
Henry's still alive. He's your dad. Your dad's still alive in space, and Jason knows about it. And you were kind of like, does my dad know that he put me in a tube?
Yeah, very mixed feelings there.
Which, I mean, I would say Marrow would be like, I bet your dad doesn't even know. This is just your dick older brother, you know?
He's your Chuck Carlson.
Yeah. I became too powerful when I asked Michael the important question, could I grow my bones into a key? And he said yes. No one is safe from me anymore.
The bone cage wasn't enough.
wasn't enough. And to be fair, it's been very unuseful. This is about to be very useful. We gave Tommaso all the files, not like to take home. He just stayed and looked at all of them, and he was like, "Yeah, this is a lot of shit on." It was all the shit that Ivy de-encrypted. I would call you Ivy. Issa and I went to rob a bank in street clothes. Or we were supposed to do reconnaissance, but we ended up robbing the bank while we were there. Because they left us alone and there were no cameras, and there was a teleportation shield. So we're like, fuck, we're not gonna be able to teleport in here later. And I was like, let's just go for this.
And we went for a kiss too.
Then we made out on a table, and then we left, and no one was any the wiser. We came back with the papers and flash drive that we had gotten was basically not Wildfire. I'm sorry, I keep doing this. Wraith. Too many W names. It was Wraith's basically last will and testament, and it was what Jason Blake was trying to steal from the bank in the first place.
It was one of those if I disappear, this is what Jason Blake did.
Yeah. So it's one of those, and it was like a whole outline of everything, and that's where my memory stops. So
I think
that's where we got
I
it
think
all.
that was it. Then we started talking amongst each other about how we're getting close to the end and we need to actually go after Jason Blake because we were listening to Michael's characters saying, "You guys can't do this," and we were like, "Oh,
that was the session before that. That was the other thing I remember is there had been you waited a little bit, stuff ended up on the news, with the exception of News Corp. So Chuck Carlson did not talk about it. But essentially, Jason Blake has tried to deny that it's actually a thing, and that this is an awful smear campaign, and his lawyers are looking into it. But there has been looks like some.
Oh right, we did propaganda stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Also, Wraith's name was August Clayton. Just remember that because it's nerd.
Who was the person from the Dread Queen? He'd been working with the Dread Queen, which is why everybody's like, "What's going on? This is not good."
Oh, that's why the Dread Queen is in our thing.
Doctor Doom. She is the leader of a sovereign nation. She is considered a terrorist.
She's bald.
Yeah.
Which, bald is beautiful, but is it sexy?
I don't know. I think this. Yeah.
She in particular. Also, it's just being being a dictator and being bald. It kind of
power is sexy. So.
Yeah.
You're a dictator. That's your own country. That's gotta be difficult.
It evens out. It evens out on her. I feel like red's not, or her tan is not really her color. Just a little bit more green. I don't know.
Be sure to tell the very powerful leader of a foreign country who's also a supervillain that when you get a chance.
Well, I feel like it's respectful that a teenager, I'm not hot.
Oh, that's right. I have 5 potential I have to spend.
Yeah.
I forgot it.
Yeah, but I don't remember where we were, if we were going home or whatever.
Yeah, I think we kind of ended with you saw part of a news conference where he claimed that this is lawyers looking into this. A lot of this is absolute garbage. There's not even any proof that there's any creatures or anybody from beyond the rift, any interdimensional beings. And even if there were, would they truly count as citizens of the United States or even humans?
That is so interesting. I read a book where that was one of the main crux of the plot not that long ago. Really interesting. Okay.
All right, what do y'all do?
Do you need our information, our conditions and all that?
Oh,
jazz?
yeah.
Oh, yeah, let me bring that up. Sorry, it has been a couple weeks.
That sounds like I was like, yeah, it's been a second.
It felt like there was something that takes place before that I was forgetting. Let's see if it still goes. You often open this on Sunday nights.
Let me know when you're ready.
Let me pull it up. Pull it up. Pull it up.
Okay, perfect. I took an adult move.
Oh. Johnny's growing up.
Yes.
Let me find the actual sheet real quick. What was your adult move you took?
I am taking wield your powers.
Do actual good stuff.
When you wield your powers with precision or grace, roll plus freak. On a hit, choose 1. On a 10 plus, choose 2. Take hold of something vulnerable to you. Create something useful from your environment. Neutralize an opponent or threat, at least for now.
Okay. I tell you what, I will try to, these have fallen off of here's what you normally get. So let's go ahead and I'll find it and then get that information from you. We have an opportunity for, you've all seen the press conference, and now what is it y'all do once you've seen him say it's a problem, that there has been an FBI deposition, and Jason Blake is fighting whatever this thing is. I found the sheet. If y'all, let's start with Issa. If you want to give me your labels and then your conditions.
Yeah, so my labels is danger +2, freak 0, savior -1, superior +2, and mundane +1.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the angry condition.
All right.
And my last drive I need to fail before I have to pick 4 more is save a teammate's life.
All right. I have danger +2, freak +1, savior -1, superior +1, mundane 0. And I have afraid, insecure, and damage.
We'll say you've had enough time to get rid of damage.
All right. So insecure and afraid.
All right.
Nessa time. Danger 0, freak 0, savior 0, superior +1, mundane +3. Reminder to all of you in the future, please God, do not raise my mundane. I don't think any of you ever would, but still, I have one condition and it's angry. I have 2 drives left, which is punch somebody you probably shouldn't and take down a threat all on your own. I've already figured out making out and getting drunk.
Okay. I have a danger -1, freak +2, savior 0, superior +2, mundane +2, and I am angry.
All right. All right.
We're
So
a bunch of angry kids.
good thing you're probably going to break some shit soon.
Oh, yeah.
So the lawyer is currently taking questions. There is a lot of questions essentially about, what are you planning on doing? It's like, we are going to fight this. It starts talking about all of the enemies and such that he has pulled up, and this is very likely some sort of supervillain plan in order to make him, who's one of the protectors of the city, who has his, and it's been a little while, so I'm blanking on the name of the bots, but have got his security forces that do help in times of superhuman crisis.
Superhuman crisis that he created.
Well, the lawyer doesn't say that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna refill my drink. I will be listening while you talk.
Are we? Where are we right now? Are we at Johnny's?
We're at Johnny's watching on the big TV.
Not the TV that Zalen smashed.
No, Johnny bought a new TV.
I
the
fear he
next
did.
day.
Oh yeah, you did. You went to Walmart or some shit, and I was like, "How are you gonna get this shit home?" Just as a reminder, I fucking hate this guy. I know we all do, but just I wanted to say it.
He's so awful.
What do we do now?
You want to play spin the bottle?
I mean, we can, but honestly, is that gonna? Do we need to I don't think we can do anything with that. We just gotta let the courts do its thing, and then
Can't just sit here and let it happen?
I'm not a
He's
lawyer.
he's just gonna keep dodging everything.
That's also part of my secret identity is I'm actually a lawyer and I have homoerotic battles with my with a guy. And I defend
Okay.
clowns.
Okay, Phoenix, right.
Yeah, and then the clowns have big balloon boobs and their boobs aren't real, which sucks. That's part of Phoenix, right? When he defends that clown.
You are aware we know who you actually are now. These don't work anymore.
It's fun to say them though.
Doesn't
you know?
it though? Doesn't it still work a little?
Yeah. Also, apparently, based off of Mo's face, I gotta send a GIF in the Discord. So let me find the GIF of the clown boobs.
Oh no. I was also in character because Issa's really like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Oh man.
I don't think Issa plays video games at all. She's probably never had a chance to. Well,
He's gonna keep dodging everything until we we're the ones who are gonna stop him.
Tommaso sends a text to Wildfire because you might want to check News Corp.
I don't even say anything. Just click.
Tommaso.
So what you're saying is they've searched the entire R&D section and they found none of these things that you've been accused of having there. And Jason Blake, looking like fresh from that press conference, is having a talk with Chuck I want to say Tucker Carlson. Chuck Carlson. Basically going into how like FBI has gone through, they've looked through all of the labs, all the things that they had said were there were not present. So this is all a big, basically just kind of going, this is all a big thing from a, I mean, essentially, the thing, Chuck, I'm very powerful. When you're very powerful and when you have people around you who can't see with vision that I bring to this company, who don't know how to understand what it's like to be at this level, the beta males, if you would.
No!
One of a previous employee who got disgruntled because he wants to be a supervillain used some of my proprietary tech, by the way, and tried to make these fanciful, just frankly almost insulting rumors. It's not true. None of it.
I hate these guys. I hate them both. Well,
You want his phone number?
I think he'd recognize my voice.
I mean, you can text him. You have a burner. You have a burner. Oh no, we can't use our burner. Go get a second burner.
Is the show live? Can we call in?
No. Yeah. Oh, we can.
Because
use the burner phone.
You are one of our most popular genius. I mean, I don't use the term genius often, but you are one of the most popular geniuses in the history. Every once in a generation, you have an Einstein, or a Bach, or a Kissinger. And here, we have you.
I want to kill them both. So
I text him ... Kissinger. Really? Just you know.
Well, we'll be taking some of your calls and your questions because Mr. Blake is not afraid to answer to anybody because all of this is baseless.
Any questions for him?
Oh, what is there any questions we can ask that would like trap him?
I don't think so.
I asked what Henry is, but he'll be honest.
What is that woman's name that turned into Sexy Virus?
Oh, Cho something. Atsuki or
God damn it. Is she written down in Sexy Virus area?
She's in NPC.
Yeah, but he's just gonna be like, that was an unfortunate accident.
Suyun.
Suyun, that was it. Suyun. Okay.
I mean, but anything, we can put more suspicion on him about people going missing.
What
at
if,
his work.
Johnny, what if you went live right now on your Instagram?
You mean
Told
the
people
TikTok?
your TikTok or your Instagram, and told people to follow the leads to Soo Yoon.
All right.
Get out of the way. I think that's when Issa's like, get the fuck out of the way.
Okay.
One
All right.
second.
All right, here we go. Hold on, let me get in uniform.
You're not wearing it?
No, just takes the t-shirt off.
By the way, did any of you watch The Boys?
No.
No,
I've
I'm
not watched
sorry.
the latest season.
No,
I know
it doesn't
it's a
matter.
parody.
But there's like
it's-
it's satire.
it's a- I know it's
good.
satire.
But like Homelander, who's their like evil Superman kind of thing, who looks there's a picture of him where it was all going to be like chest up that day, so he's got all of that there, then just like a pair of shorts and some slippers on. I'm like, it would be hard to have a scene with that guy when you look down and it's just like, here are my legs.
Do you know who Jensen Ackles is? He's the guy playing
Supernatural.
He's playing
horny
basically
man.
he's basically playing Captain America
Yeah.
in this show.
Mhm.
He did an interview. He's like, yeah, I had to do all this weight training and lifting, and he goes, and I talked to whoever the actor is that plays Homelander. He's like, why didn't you just have them add the muscles to the suit? And Jensen's like, huh. So anyway, yeah. So take off the shirt. All right.
Issa's getting out of camera because she's like, oh, fuck it, I'm not gonna be in here.
All right. So
Arrow is just like hanging from the ceiling in the background.
all right. So I gotta tell everybody that's involved in the investigation. All right, you're the camera person, Zayla.
Zaylin. Okay, Zaylin and I are gonna hang back here then.
Okay. Hey everyone, it's Wildfire, and I'm here with my good friend Mero. We are currently watching this sham of an interview from Jason Blake and Chuck Carlson. If you want to know the truth about what's going on at Blake Industries, follow the leads to a scientist who has been forgotten by the name of Sun Yoon. I'm sure Johnny said it with eloquently. Like, there's no leads to what happened to her. All we know is that she was a scientist for Blake Industries, and she's missing. And no one seems to know anything about it or wants to care. Maybe my dedicated following can figure it out, and it will help with this investigation that's going into Blake Industries right now. Y'all have a wonderful day.
I'm sure it'll prove his innocence.
Click.
Do you keep watching the interview?
Yeah.
So about 10 minutes later, there's a call comes on. Hi, this is Rachel from Trenton. She goes, hi, I want to know about Sun Yu, one of your scientists had apparently gone missing, and like he kind of has this moment where he just sort of stops and goes, she had disappeared. She'd actually been working on one of the same projects as Clayton. So if anyone has any information, we've been trying to find her. We have no clue what's happened with her. So if anyone has any information, please get a hold of us. I myself will put up a $50,000 reward for any information that leads us to finding her and hopefully bringing her back safe.
Shit, that backfired.
And then there's just a moment then where Chuck Carlson goes, well, I think we were going to go longer, but apparently there's a conversation you have to have with some of the FBI, maybe on this one. So we'll cut this a little bit short. You see that he's like they're doing their kind of goodbyes and such. Chuck Carlson is
Johnny, you planted a seed of doubt.
You know when someone's taken like a couple bumps of coke and they're just a little more high strung, like he's got that kind of energy to him, and you just see like little bits of sweat beading sort of appearing there on Jason Blake as they go through, and then you see him turn quickly to somewhere off camera right when they switch back to Chuck Carlson. He goes, well, another hero of America besmirched by these awful liberals, and then kind of continues on.
I go to Marrow's Twitter, which is not very popular, but it is private. It's not privated, but like it's. But I just kind of tweet like randomly, and I'm like, Jason Blake promised to get those young women who are trapped in that canyon out, and all he did. What's the name of a prominent superhero? Would be like Midwestern.
I want to say the Mighty Ope. No.
What about the Mighty Mom? She's just a mom.
Yeah, the Mighty Mom.
Yeah. All he did was tweet about how he was going to get those young girls who were trapped in the Grand Canyon out. And then he didn't do it. And then when Mighty Mom saved them, he attacked Mighty Mom. And then like hashtag just he called her a pedophile. She is a mother and an American hero. Hashtag something to think about.
Oh my word.
I don't know, just throwing some stuff out there.
Just take things Elon Musk has done.
Yeah. Also, I like the idea of a group of Girl Scouts trapped in a Grand Canyon being saved by that one TikToker who's like a Midwestern mom, but she's a superhero. I love those recipes. They're horrifying. Yeah, the circus peanut salad.
Those are real things. Like
they're real things. Look, life was hard back in the day, and gelatin was really cool when it was first invented.
life was hard in the mid 90s, because I can tell you I was eating those salads myself.
Also the 50s, but they last.
It's a tradition.
It's tradition.
Some things remain, and that's we believe in tradition here.
Gelatin lasts.
Oh.
Ay.
All right, guys.
What do y'all want to do?
Yeah, as much as I love roasting my brother, like, what the fuck?
What time is it right
sit
now?
around and wait for it to happen.
It's about 8:30.
Oh, so it's early.
I mean, we did also rob a bank today. Are we also gonna like?
No, it's actually been like about a week, because you had to get the stuff out there. It had to be seen by there was been some time.
Yeah. Good enough time for
Is there
me to work on my
anything
homework.
else? Is there anything else going on in the news right now? Anything else that needs taken care of?
There's not like nothing sort of like police scanner or like
yeah. She's got her headphones in to listen for police scanners.
Yeah, right now it's the kind of normal stuff. You've got a couple other superhero teams are doing their thing in various parts of town. Nothing right now that's like immediate.
It's actually quiet for once tonight.
Okay. Let's go to the arcade.
What? I mean, okay, we haven't been to the arcade before, but
Okay, I mean, is Jason Blake gonna make any moves? Michael, would this be like an assess the situation if I think Jason Blake's gonna make moves? I do want to go to the arcade though. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I would say it's a situation, because there's a couple things that should probably pop to mind.
Yeah, I know.
It's been so long, I can't remember what all's going on.
Yeah, Marrow.
Well, the biggest thing is you've got this information, you've got it in there. That's the biggest thing right now.
Yeah. Marrow hasn't had 2 sakes and a glass of red wine, but Nessa has. And I love that for her. All right, assess the situation, okay, I have a +1. Okay. 9.
Oof.
All right.
Good job.
You can ask one.
Okay, let's look at these questions. All right, y'all, what do you think is better? I guess what here is the greatest danger, or how could we best end this quickly? Or that seems like the 2, right?
How could we best end this quickly? Seems kind of really on the nose.
Yeah,
right now.
that'll also be a harder thing,
that
because your situation is much bigger. I'll say the greatest danger.
Yeah.
If you ask that one, which I'll recommend.
It's Jason Blake. Okay. If I phrase
no, that's not Jason Blake. There's something else. You want to go with what's the greatest danger?
Yeah, I guess what's the greatest danger? I guess it's maybe the Queen, but what's the greatest danger?
Well, here's where you fucked up.
Oh God.
Jason Blake knows who all of you are.
civilian wise? Because like
Johnny just went on TikTok Live talking about viral. Which means, I don't think up to this point he had any reason to think that all of you were somehow fucking with him. You have just put yourself on the map to Jason Blake as a problem.
Oh boy.
I didn't
Alright.
really think we were a problem though in the first place. Like,
Well, he knew you were a problem, but he didn't know you were necessarily a problem with this. But the fact that this came out basically
this
means
is
what you've
this is
just
a bigger
done.
problem.
You have put yourself on the firing line. He now has pretty good reason to try to get you off the board as quickly as possible.
Okay, maybe we do go to the arcade. How many witnesses are at the arcade? Would you say?
A decent amount.
yeah.
Yeah.
we're-
I feel like should we let him make the first move and just I don't want any children hurt, but also I do want lots of people to see us. I wish Kirby was here. What's the Philly equivalent of Times Square?
There's, if I remember correctly, there's like a downtown square area by PAX Unplugged,
Mm-hmm.
by the Philly downtown square.
Also, I bet we could keep those kids safe. You guys want to go to the arcade or you want to go to like the PAX Unplugged area?
I mean, why not be teenagers? Go to the arcade,
Yeah, let's go to the
fuck
arcade.
around.
I'm so good
Yeah.
at Mrs. Pac-Man. You guys won't even fucking believe it.
I'm actually kind of good at oh god, when we went to the arcade once when I was a kid, I liked the
VDR.
no, it's the puck with the flat disc and it bounces back
Oh,
and
air
forth.
hockey.
Oh, air hockey.
Yeah, I like that.
have,
We
you
did,
have you ever tried the love tester?
What's that?
You put your
It's
finger
like
in and
it's well, ours was always because I feel like my arcade experience is bad because my arcade is from 1929 and they haven't updated a lot of it. Ours was like a squeezy thing where you would like
Okay.
it was just your grip strength, but they'd be like, "You're good. You and your girlfriend are gonna make it." Ha-cha-cha-cha.
I honestly thought that Mero and Issa were flirting there, and I'm like,
Mero was trying to flirt.
and Isel's like, what?
Issa's like, "I'm from Texas. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about."
She's from Mexico. She doesn't know.
Sorry, you're from Mexico. You don't know what the fuck I'm
Okay.
talking about.
To the arcade.
all right.
To the arcade.
Also, Mo, we have to play some fighting games at some point.
Yeah.
Oh.
Round one, Philadelphia is a bowling, karaoke, and arcade place.
Oh, I have one in here.
Karaoke.
Yes.
That is not terribly far from where y'all are at.
I think Issa may be really intrigued by the karaoke part.
So
Zaylin, you want to go
Before we-
live?
before we walk out the door, Johnny's like, "Are we gonna go in uniform as a group? Just
I think
hanging
we should
out?"
go in person, like in regular clothes. I know, like,
Because John, he knows who Johnny is, and he's about to attack us. And I am not. Rosalind Winters is not a. Well, Rosalind Winters technically should come out and do some shit, but I'm not ready for my moment of truth while the government is after us.
but if we get attacked, we're innocent bystanders who got attacked.
You and me are. Zaylin.
We
and-
aren't.
Yeah, Zaylin and Johnny are rife for retribution.
can you wear your uniforms under your clothes?
The mask is part of it. I guess I could wear a hood, but
I
also,
mean,
do we have any shit we want to take out of the apartment while we're doing this real quick? I got a backpack where we can just put all the, the hard drives and whatnot.
Oh, that's already.
You probably got
That
that
was turned in.
Tommaso, and then
Oh,
yeah,
get
okay.
turned in, make copies made.
All right. I swear to God, Michael, if something happens to Tommaso, I will drive to where you are. I don't know. I don't have a car. I will get a car and I will drive. I will take time off work, even though I just spent all that time off, and I will drive to where you are. I cannot make this more clear.
Okay, well, I'm glad I'm now in a new apartment. I am gonna keep it secret.
I can imagine Tommaso has like Happy Hogan from like the last Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
No Way Home.
Oh,
Where
yeah.
it's like where he's got like the 10 cameras and all that.
He just has
Yeah.
a gun. He's just like,
Okay,
this gun kills robots. But
All
yeah,
right,
no, we can
onward.
go.
so
Onward to the arcade.
yeah, I guess we'll go in uniform then.
heading off in uniform. So as you get there, I've not been in an actual arcade lately, but I'm gonna imagine they have to do more of the types of experiences you can't get at home. You've got like there's a bunch of fighting machine games. There's things like I don't know if Dance Dance Revolution is still in those places.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got some of the old type, like you got pinball
I was
stuff.
in an arcade at the beginning of the month. Yes.
What?
I was in an arcade at the beginning of the month. I saw what arcades are like.
Yeah, because I thought the more recent ones, that it used to be just like, here's a shit ton of games, but I thought they went over more to those experiences you can't quite get at home or multiplayer.
Some of them
stuff.
have like VR experiences. Like they'll have like the little area where you have like the VR setup and with the little like bowl that you walk in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
One of them
Also-
has like a little like go-kart track inside of them.
Ooh.
Nice. Yeah,
Also
so
alcohol.
Yeah, alcohol.
yeah, you got a couple
Cheers.
like those sit down things where like you got like the BattleTech pods there that kind of come
Yeah.
up. You've got a whole like just a whole bunch of shit. The moment you come in, so this is one from like you've got down to like 12-year-olds up to like mid-20s, and then there's like a jump in like the mid-30s to 50s that are in there often kind of keeping to themselves. Like the older crowd, though, a couple of them will play like Street Fighter or something like that. But the moment you come in, suddenly, it's like, oh my god! It's what was our hashtag?
Elementals.
No,
Xylefire.
Xylefire.
Balefire.
Xylefire. Xylefire. Like you see a bunch of the particular like 13 to 17-year-olds. Xylefire. Like you are crowded fairly quickly.
And
Aw.
Johnny has the pre-signed autographs. Just here you go, kids. Thanks. Good to see you all. How are you doing?
I kind of
Hey.
give Johnny a weird side hug and just like scan the audience to see if there's somebody out there who's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, a Morrow Fire.
Oh yeah,
I think Issa's like
one of them looks because like the two of you have shown up on social media quite a bit recently. I think because like, you've done those little press conferences together.
Oh yeah, true. We're always, and also I was just like hanging from the ceiling during your latest TikTok live.
Yeah, and you see this girl probably about 15 or so, just kind of like takes a look and goes,
I kind of make like a
does your mask eyebrows like move?
yes,
yes.
the same way Tim Drake's do, where you could totally tell he's like,
Yeah, from the
You're
chat,
like, how
you
does
see
that
the
form?
guys playing Pong look over and go, I don't even know who they are.
Yeah, I think Obsidian, while like everybody's like getting like crowding those three, I think Obsidian's sort of like trying to scoot out of the way and like just do a good look around, make sure that they're safe and in the clear.
Go ahead and make a
Assess.
make an assess situation. Zimina. It's just like-
Johnny, all the librarians are hogging Mrs. Pac-Man.
Librarians.
That's at Barcade. Every time I went to Barcade, there was a large group of librarians playing Mrs. Pac-Man, which is the only game I like. And they would hog. If ever I was like, "Can I get in there?" They would be so mad at me every time.
You don't mess with librarians.
You don't mess with librarians, and they love Mrs. Pac-Man apparently.
But if you haven't played Pac-Man Versus, one person just plays Pac-Man, the other ones are the ghosts, and when they get Pac-Man, you trade off.
I've never done that, but
It's a
sounds fun.
7.
All right, ask one.
I'm gonna ask, what here is the biggest threat?
So for a while, it's just like there's a bunch of the kids kind of go nuts. There's some of them which, but then they kind of settle back in. Is what kind of stuff are people playing things or just walking around talking to people or?
I think while they're getting like clomped by everybody, Obsidian just sort of like does like a side scoot like out of the way. Like she doesn't ever appear on camera. No one really knows who she is. So she's like, no, I'm just gonna get out of the way.
Everyone knows who you are. You're just wearing a hoodie over your costume.
No, she's. Oh, go ahead, John.
I think Johnny's like at the DR machine with a group is like taking turns and just being Johnny.
Zaylin is at the Guitar Hero one and just like
Just killing it.
yes, just shredding like Dragon Force on expert mode. Just like
I'm sure there's a group of like angry neckbeards. They're like, no, how'd you do that?
oh, it's easy. It's fun. I like this song.
Just let the rhythm inside.
So as all these are doing this, Issa, you notice at one point the older people who come in have a look like they belong. Like you can kind of think they're going towards certain things. It's not like like little kids kind of coming in. There's just a certain way. If you're of a certain age and you walk in this place, you know what you're here for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You see 3 guys kind of walk in, and they're scanning around a little out of place. They're kind of like, and they're looking and they're picking up some of them. You haven't seen them yet. And one of them turns to the guy next to him and just like slaps his chest. And you see him because he's got like underneath the kind of like jackets that they're wearing. You can actually see part of the suit that they use. It connects into the power armor from Jason Blake, and he zips it up so you're not seeing that part underneath. Though all 3 of them, it all looks not quite like they've got like Kevlar or something on, but like they've got some armor on underneath, which is not necessarily, it's not actually armor, but it's the sort of undersuit that they wear to connect themselves to those robots.
Yeah, I think. Are they just scanning right now? Or are they going to a certain area? Or
well, they're what they're trying to do is basically pick up all of you, and they start to sort of split. And as they're talking on occasion, like you kind of hear them communicating. For the powerhouse, the Reaver Stalker armors, they're communicating with each other, and they're kind of spreading to get an eye on as many of you all as possible.
yeah, because I believe Issa was just like walking around like eyeballing arcade machines because of her bringing up, she wasn't really allowed to go to the arcade too much. So she's like, this is really cool, but like also trying to keep an eye out. So while everybody else is playing, she's just sort of like just doing laps. And so she's gonna like turn around and tap on her earpiece. She's like, hey, we got company. 3 goons. One of them's wearing a connection to a power stone underneath his hoodie.
Ooh, time to move closer to the center.
Where were you? Where's Mero currently playing? Like
Mero plays 1 round of DDR with Johnny and does like embarrassingly bad, like so bad. Like specifically, I rolled a 3, and which reflects Mero's real ability at DDR, and also my ability at DDR. And then plays 1 round of the Simpsons game, and then just kind of like starts like looking at other. She's just like, it's like Street Fighter, but it's not Street Fighter. And then goes to the next one. And she's like, also kind of like Street Fighter, but not Street Fighter. Just looking at all the retro ones and just kind of is like wandering around before she like tries to find one because she's not getting Mrs. Pac-Man.
Should we move out of this so the kids don't get hurt?
Also, what about these old arcade games? We want to make sure they don't get hurt.
those can be fixed. Kids probably can't.
Yeah.
Can they?
I think we should probably go to the older areas because that's where the adults are. So
Okay.
Yeah.
and then maybe we'll stick by the teens. No, actually no.
What if I just scare
The teens will
everyone
have
away?
phones out.
What if I scare everyone off of the air hockey table? We can play air hockey and wait to be attacked. Because I feel like it's one of those places where they have a lot of shit. They have like 1 air hockey table, so that can like clear an area for us.
Yeah. And if it's like the air hockey table where mine is, it's like in a corner. Oh no, we lost. We lost.
He froze.
Yeah,
Steve
he
is dead.
froze a little bit earlier too. I saw him go.
But yeah, no, I go over to the air hockey table and I just start shooing whoever's over there, basically.
We will give a moment for Steve to return.
Yeah, and I think while we're doing that, if there's kids like on their cell phones, like taking selfies or stuff, I think
Let it happen naturally. It'll happen.
I'm trying to get kids to like turn their phones in our direction so they're live recording us.
Okay, then I grab Obsidian and just kiss.
All right, Obsidian, what do you do when you are grabbed to be kissed?
Very
People-
tense.
People are gonna get on lives now.
Very tense at first, and then eventually just
I think Zaylin's doing this too. It's like,
Come.
And people,
we'll go. Yeah, she'll return it because she was very confused at first. Now she's like, okay, yeah.
Just give a moment to see if we get Steve back with us.
Oh yeah. Should we message?
is he on the Discord?
I would assume he knows he disappeared.
Also, Mo, I love how you immediately found the clown.
It just popped up my timeline. It's like it knew.
I did this.
All right. We'll move us back into our little windows.
Little windows. Oh, when internet went out. He's gonna log in from his phone.
Oh.
Oh, tired. So much walking. I got so much free food though. I was so excited.
Was there like a
mean-
what was going on? Was it like a taste of something or?
It was mostly like Syrian food, but it was just somebody's
Delicious.
birthday.
Delicious.
It's because they had they like support a Syrian refugee family, and they helped her get her catering business off the ground. They pay her, but like they helped her get her catering business off the ground. So they gotta like they're like, we're hiring you for my birthday because like it's your catering business, and we love you and we support your catering.
Nice.
Which also everyone complained that they were like, we ordered way too much food, and then Clean Plate Club, not a single like the only thing that was left for me was rice and the appetizers, which I will not say no to a bag full of mozzarella sticks.
Steve, you are muted. Oh, thank you, Wildcard, for subscribing.
Oh,
Am I better now?
Yeah,
thank
you
you,
are
Wildcard.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, my internet went completely out. And I'm not
Yeah.
sure why. So
Uh-oh.
We on the bright side, you have a very cool ceiling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
thank you.
Oh yeah, the clouds light up too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I think
right.
I
Yeah,
showed
you,
it
let's say it looked like a bubble thing on your part ceiling, but yeah, you did the cloud thing.
Cloud.
Yeah, I just don't have it on at the moment.
Okay. Do we want to tell Steve what was missed?
Steve, we were looking to get some eyes on us at the things that to get some like teens going, and Obsidian was like trying to go about it. I'm like, let it be natural, and they were like, we gotta get eyes on us, and I was like, oh, I know how to get eyes on us, and I grabbed Obsidian and just started making out with them.
Oh boy.
Yeah,
So we got a lot of TikTok lives on us right now.
Yeah, like people are
Oh my.
basically the thing explodes. The amount of people, oh my God, this I knew it. You hear someone go like, I really thought it would be Obsidian and Zaylan, and there's all this stuff like it's
Oh my, well,
you
what a
guys-
rare pair.
even the people who aren't interested are now looking because so many other people are going nuts about it.
I whisper into Obsidian's ear, and I'm like, I stop for a second and whisper into Obsidian's ear, and I'm like, now Jason Blake is going to be homophobic.
I think she actually like laughs at that, but like, oh, thank goodness she's wearing goggles because like she is red. Thank goodness she's also tan too because she's also very red. But just gonna keep an eye
Wow.
out, like while they're whispering, she's gonna like eyeball out, like look to see where the dudes are.
Yeah, so there's enough sort of attention that you see. They kind of make their way back a little bit. They're not quite towards the door, but two of them are together. But as they're talking, the third one, who's a little bit further, is just kind of like looks like he's playing a game, like not particularly like he's just one of the games no one kind of plays, and he's just hitting buttons. But you can actually see it's still scrolling through the thing. He's talking, and it seems like he's talking to those other three, the other two rather. And the other two talk for a bit, are kind of looking your way, and then start heading for the door.
Oh. No, unless they're trying to wait us out. Ugh.
And I think Issa is gonna like lean in and Tamara would be like and like hold the headpiece at the same time so everybody else hears too. She's like, all right, looks like two goons are leaving. One guy's still at the what machine is he at?
Simpsons.
He's at Dig
Is he-
Dug.
He's at the Dig Dug machine.
Like one, there's essentially there's like a row of classic machines that for the most part go untouched. That's where he's at.
All right. So he's at the Dig Dug?
Yep.
Mhm. Yes.
I feel like, I don't know, are we supposed to engage? I'm like still whispering to Obsidian. I'm like, are we supposed to engage? I feel like, I don't know, I kind of wanted them to make the first move. Was this too many eyes?
No.
What if we try talking to him?
They do work for Jason Blake. I just want to reiterate that.
All right, I'm gonna. Oh God, we get people coming up to talk to us now. Okay.
You are being swarmed by like 12 to 18-year-old women. Just
Obsidian is uncomfortable now.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna approach the guy and kind of sidle effects to him.
Yeah, as you sort of approach, you see him go like just a bit stiff, and he actually starts reaching into his pocket for like a quarter. But of course, who carries cash nowadays?
Whatever you're about to bring out.
They don't have the little like cards with the money on it that you slap against.
Yeah, but they didn't get one when they came in.
Oh, how dare they?
So he's kind of like you see him kind of like looking in his pocket. He looks down and sees this little.
You don't have thing. This doesn't take quarters.
Oh, yeah, we just thought I'd stop in. You know, my kids. Out, and then just kind of like points where the big group of people are.
Yeah. Let's not play this game. We know who you are. We know who you work for. And if he had your best interest at heart, he'd come here himself.
He wants to talk with you.
He always wants to talk.
If we're doing that in a public location.
Getting Mr. Blake to a public location is going to be a difficult thing. He
Why?
wanted you
Because
to
the
come to his
FBI wants to
office.
arrest him right now? Can I wanted to discuss with my team. Is there a way to reach you without...
There's a moment where he's sort of listening to something. He kind of stops, like... Mr. Blake says you know how to get a hold of him.
I go over comms. I'm like, Zaylen, can you tell him that Jason Blake has our phone number and that we're tired of being kidnapped every time he needs to talk to us about anything.
I just nod my head. I feel you guys are looking at me, right? You guys are watching that. I just nod my head.
I'm only looking at Obsidian.
I only got eyes for you.
Johnny is just very happy that there are not little kids swarming him at the moment.
Yeah, and they're swarming Obsidian right now, and Obsidian just like...
That being said, unless Jason Blake wants an absolute shitstorm on his hands for attacking an arcade filled with minors, I suggest we all part ways.
Yeah, he just kind of like nods his head and then just kind of takes a couple steps backwards and then spins on his heel and goes straight out the door, leaving the imaginary kid he talked about somewhere in the crowd.
I really wanted them to just go for it. Just be like, fuck the orders. We gotta go for it. And then we could really get like Jason Blake #homophobic trending on Twitter.
Let's return back. Let's go back to Johnny's place.
Remember, if Twitter's tell us anything about billionaires, it's the amount of stands who will show up to defend them.
True. Very true.
Yes, please give me. I need to go. I'm getting very overwhelmed.
Right.
There's so many
Obsidian.
kids.
All right. I draw attention. Like, hi. We have to go home now, but it's really, really nice to meet you guys. Okay.
The best way to get rid of fans.
It's so nice, and we're gonna see you guys later. Okay. Bye.
And you hear someone yell like, "I love you too."
Johnny's just kind of like doing the double peace signs as he's walking out the door.
Issa gets a saloon, just runs out.
Yeah. Issa runs out. Mero does her last thing, and she's like, "No matter what your power is, be proud. No matter what your sexuality is, be proud."
And they all like cheer. Any of you that have a social media account, next time you check your phone, it is through the roof.
That's not Issa. Issa does not have social media accounts for Mero at all, or not for Obsidian. God damn it!
Oh, you have a social media account for me? Also,
it's like a fan account. Secret fan.
Also, Wildcard, I swear we're usually not that flirty, but we kissed last episode, and I thought that was a really good card to play. Like, really good. It would have been so good if they attacked us.
Well, they didn't.
Yeah, shoulda, woulda,
Yet.
coulda.
So when
Those-
Issa runs out, does she see anybody in the parking? Does she see the power suits or anybody in the parking lot? Or
No, you see a like a large van that's old, that's big enough to hold like a couple of the stalker suits. The stalker suits are the smaller ones. They've got like the Reaver ones, which are much larger.
yeah,
The van
is a
that's
stalker suit like an Iron Man suit? Like it's just like body armor in a sense.
close to yeah,
Okay.
not as powerful as an Iron Man armor, but yeah, close. To
I mean, like just shape wise
Yeah,
and
mhm.
size. Okay. And they're just, and the bus is like, or the van's pulling out, or is it just
yeah,
sitting
and
there, or-
you see it heading down the street.
Okay. I think as soon as she's outside, she's like, she just like bent over, like trying to get your breath because she's very like panicked. Being in the middle of attention is not a thing. She does well.
I think Wildfire just kind of like puts his hand on her back. It's like, I remember my first swarming. It'll get better. Trust me.
I don't. Mm-mm.
That was awesome, you guys. I loved having fans. I never have fans. That was great.
We got overshadowed in there, Zaylin, but it's all right.
It was so cute, though. Are you guys dating? Are you? It's so cute.
We that's our second kiss.
Your second kiss?
Obsidian.
Whoa!
I think Obsidian gets extra shy. Like she's never a shy person. She's not shy at all. Like because she's like, it just like.
Second. When was the first? Can I ask? Is that appropriate? I don't know if that's inappropriate.
In the bank.
Oh yeah, we
It's
kissed
in the bank.
Yeah, when we were robbing that bank.
What?
They left us alone, and like so we had to make it like a reason why we're taking so long in the bank. And
Oh,
Yeah.
We didn't have to.
oh yeah, I mean like that's true. Let's get out of here. Yeah.
All right.
all right.
Back to the Impala.
I like how we have a spaceship, but we have a spaceship, but we're just like, let's take. Which also, to be fair, it's hard to be subtle in a spaceship, but we're just like, let's get in this cool ass old car.
I'm gonna be back in just 1 second. I'm gonna quick break. 1 second, guys.
Okay.
Big masks mood though, just teens being teens.
With that, I don't think that's comfort support. I was gonna say is the kissing a comfort support, but it was also very much stress.
Yeah, I don't think you felt as much comfort and support. It is like, oh my god,
Yeah.
all these people are watching us. Now we're all over the internet.
Yeah, that one was more tactical, like Obsidian, big flirty vibes, but that one was a tactical kiss.
I always feel used with a tactical kiss. It's I
What
realize it's maybe
does-
saving our lives, but
What does Rosalind's aunt think of that now that it's probably crossed her?
Okay,
screen?
I text her as I'm leaving, and I'm like, had to make a spectacle of myself, was between that or being attacked by Jason Blake in public in front of children. And then I'm like, yeah, you'll see. She's taking a long time to reply.
Well, your mother never did anything like that.
I just text back, Mom was never about to be attacked by the government in an arcade. Also, Mom didn't have a team.
And then, congrats. They seem nice.
Does Rosalina text Issa at all, or
In the car.
what?
Hey, Obsidian, your phone's buzzing.
Oh yeah,
Me too.
Sorry, yeah, with the Rosalina.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Can you read it?
It just you get a thing. It just says, "Shut the fuck up."
Okay, it just says
You didn't-
shut the fuck up.
No,
Just leave her on red.
that's to Issa.
Oh yeah, I was doing a thing where Issa was driving and I was like, "Oh, your phone's like beeping. You want me to get it?"
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. It's from your cousin. It says "shut the fuck up," and then what's the second one, Michael?
No, so far just shut. It's like shut period. Next one, the period. Fuck up. Like 4 different.
Yeah, your cousin says "shut the fuck up," but with periods at the end of each one.
We're gonna stop. Like, can you give me my phone, please?
Okay.
And then I think she just texts her like a string of like "Cállate por favor, puta," like, you know, just like it's just a string of Spanish. Just shut the fuck up. Like, don't make it a big deal.
And then you just
Spanish.
get back in Spanish. She's so hot.
She's left and right. Like,
And then it's like you just leave it there. Does yours buzz or just light up or do you actually hear?
It does like the little like flashlight flash
it's just
in
like
the back.
flash. Like, oh, she's sending you some shit right now.
Oh no. You don't have to read anymore. It's fine. I'll hit it when we get to Johnny's.
Are you sure? It's like flashing a lot.
Oh, she's texting in Spanish now. It's fine. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Issa, you're gonna crash with all that blinking. You should put the phone somewhere else.
No. She'll just like
Throw it
shove
out the
it in
window.
seat.
Yeah, I'll put it in the glove box. It's fine.
Oh my word.
My face hurts from smiling.
To Johnny's.
To Johnny's.
We come back to just an empty husk. Jason Blake has shell bombed. What's it called?
Shabop, chumbop, shababop. No,
Shabop, baby.
you come back.
Yeah.
You come back to Johnny's place.
Yeah.
Mhm. Guess just go in and
Yeah.
God, it's wild how you don't have food.
I have food.
Hey, do you though?
Yeah, he pulls out his phone and goes, "What do you want?"
I don't know. I just wild you don't have like a bag of garbanzo beans that you're never gonna use or something.
Why would you want a bag of garbanzo beans?
I don't know. Somebody gave me a bag of garbanzo beans.
It's fun to say.
Did someone give Meryl a bag of garbanzo beans or Nessa a bag of garbanzo beans?
I'm gonna say both.
Why would a teen be okay?
I'm sorry for your loss here.
Uh,
No,
There was like a box of food at school, and like they said it was free. So like I took something.
So y'all just hanging out at Johnny's?
Yeah, I think we're getting dinner.
Yeah.
Like we're
Mm-hmm.
probably ordering like Chinese or Thai or something. I'm like,
Does our Uber driver Daniel Demuse do Uber Eats as well?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
the
just-
Chinese. He just kind of like walks up to the thing and just. It's Uber Eats.
Open the door. Daniel.
Hey, no one's
Mr.
gonna
Demuse.
no one's gonna attack me this time, are they?
I can't promise anything.
Oh,
Do you want to be attacked?
No, I don't. That sucked last time when that happened. I don't want to do that again.
Listen.
Why are you making that face at me?
Aha!
No,
Uh,
that'll be
Marrow's in a mood. I'm sure you saw the video.
yeah. So that'll be 30-27.
Here's 50, and have a good night.
You can do Uber Eats with cash?
Sure.
Sure. What?
Yes, in our world, yes.
You got to sign the thing at least, and then put a tip. If you didn't put the tip
Yeah.
already.
Have a good one, Daniel. Don't get in any trouble.
Bye,
I
Mr.
won't.
Demuse.
make good choices.
Yeah.
Or we'll send Marrow after you.
No, don't. I shouldn't have taken this one. I didn't
It's
recognize
fine.
your dress.
We're joking. It's fine. Or is it?
All right, so then you have your Chinese food.
Yep.
Yep.
We cut to a scene where all of you are kind of eating, doing the thing. As Daniel's driving away, he goes a block on, just like right in front. Not enough for you to hear it. He's like, oh man! And then another one lands right by his window, and they're just like, dunk, dunk, dunk. It's an old car, so he has to go. As the thing like sort of leans in, and we cut back to all of you blissfully ignorant, eating your Chinese food.
Yeah, I think Issa's finally responding back to Rosalita about like everything. Just like she's like, oh, okay, what did she say? Oh, fuck.
Jason wants to talk. I'm
About
not comfortable
what?
talking. I don't know.
Smells
But he
like
wants to talk.
Well, he's probably pissed that we released the toxic information.
Yeah.
Yeah, slutty or sexy ghost. What was it?
Su Yoon.
Yeah. Now, what did we call her? Sexy ghost or something?
Yeah, sexy ghost.
Sexy ghost.
Yeah, he's probably mad about that, but.
And you hear another at the door.
I'll get it. Hold on.
Look
And
through
Issa's
people.
gonna like, Issa's gonna look through the people.
You see out there what looks like just like a middle-aged woman, just sort of standing out there.
There's a middle-aged woman out here.
I didn't know.
You want me
one
to
of
go
those.
around? You want me to go outside?
What? Johnny walks up. He's like,
It's one of your neighbors.
I don't want any. What?
Do you look at the people?
Yeah.
It's one of your neighbors.
Okay. I kind of like open the door. What's up?
And very quickly, she reaches out to grab your hand.
Oh, it's her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just, and as it does so,
I just-
behind her, you suddenly see Viral. Just
Hey!
behind, yeah, just behind her goes. You got incoming, and then there's like a in like the backyard. Those of you who are sort of eating see through the side. There's like a flash, and this you see both Solace and Sable Star kind of rip through a wormhole that Sable Star created, and they kind of come into the backyard.
Basalis?
Solace
the
the vampire
vampire!
person fought at
Sexy
Sandra's
vampire,
party.
dude.
Sexy vampire.
Sexy vampire. From
I
Sandra's
don't
party.
remember Sexy Vampire.
Oh,
He was
He was
He-
a first dude. He looked like Chris
Sandra's
Angel.
party. He came at Sandra's party.
Oh, that guy.
I will.
So you've returned.
Yeah.
All right.
I knew once you reached into my heart, you couldn't resist it. Bolsalis.
Oh no.
Remember, he was also one I had a weird thing with.
I think Johnny's like, anybody? What the hell? Who? Anybody else coming?
At this point, probably the government.
She's like, this is all I'm aware of.
I run out to the backyard. Let's see what I have.
Bolsalis, I'm sorry, but my heart belongs to another. You can't just come in here as a 35-year-old man after me, a fresh, young 17-year-old. Just because you touch places that no one else ever did doesn't mean that I'll always belong to you.
And he just started looking. He goes, I never touched anything.
You did. You reached into my chest and touched my heart.
No.
That's
He's
sick, man. That is
he's-
sick.
He specifically did that to me, remember?
16.
At a
Oh,
party, too.
Canceled.
I'm 17, Zaylin. It's legal. In some places. Not here, but somewhere.
Yeah, and Sable Star just goes, oh, fucking, she kind of goes, just take him down. So we've got, we'll say we've got Wildfire and Viral. You are like at the front of the house at this point. Looks like the three of you are back at the back. Mara, I think you've got them a little more confused. Do you want to give it to someone else, or do you want to be the one to do the thing?
I guess I'll do the thing. One day I'll make someone so uncomfortable that they'll leave and we won't have to fight.
I mean, we kind of did with the guys at the arcade.
I mean, I want it to be something that I wreak upon them from me, not via us. Okay, I guess I will make the first move. Oh God, it sucks because I don't. What was Sable Star's power? Was she like translucent
Teleporting.
and
Yeah, but
teleporting?
she can create wormholes and do things with gravity, and then like create starlight weapons.
We didn't know the
Alrighty.
starlight weapon thing.
I am gonna. It's been a minute, but I am gonna use what I have not done, which is Dangerous Web. I am gonna try to like trap her like one of my like classic bear traps because I want to see if she can teleport when she's got fucking spikes in her leg. I'm sure she can, but you know, it's good to try. Bum. All right, which also maybe I shouldn't have done because it's plus freak, and I don't have a lot of freak lying around. Oh, okay. I love that. 10.
Wait, what happens with 10? This
So
is directly you're
it's
basically
basic-
directly confronting.
yes, on a hit, your opponent trips into my trap. I get an opening or opportunity. Am I allowed to pass the opening on to someone else?
Yeah,
or just
yeah.
I get-
The opening is a. So you say you got it trapped in a cage.
I would say it's a bear trap. Like I just got the leg. Like just.
Okay. And does that one cause any damage, or is that a? What is it? It's only
It
special
does.
powers?
Well, I don't think this is actually like hurting her.
Okay.
I just get +1 forward
Okay.
to pursuing them.
Yeah, and actually, that +1 forward can be given to someone else in this point. As it kind of like slams, that's just this moment as she's coming forward. You still have Solace a little like, I didn't touch her. Maybe there's just this moment where he's a little like, y'all are very social media savvy. He knows that.
Yeah.
What do y'all do? Sable Star has been kind of caught up in the trap.
Also, I should say they get an opening, and I get +1 forward, and someone else gets an opening.
Okay.
Which I mean, we kind of don't need at this
Well,
moment.
the,
But still.
the opening right now is someone else has an ability to do something before she can. You can also give that +1 to someone else if you want, because it makes sense. Like she's caught right now, so you could give that to somebody else.
That's true. Obsidian, I'm going to give it to you because I feel like you probably actually have something useful where I do not have anything. right
Well,
now.
I was gonna go after. Would this still work after Solus, or would it just work after specifically?
So,
All right, I'll go with
okay,
my first instinct, which is I'm sorry, my love, but I must give it to Zalen.
It's fine. 'Cause I was gonna go out to. Oh, go ahead then, because I was
Do
gonna
I
go
have a
after
+1?
Solus.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Plus
Alright,
1, only for Sable Star though.
I'm trying to think what I'm gonna do.
I haven't. I can go if you're still thinking.
Yeah,
Okay, because
yeah, I can. Yeah,
I think Obsidian like is still like had chopsticks in her hand, like as they were talking, like, and I think you see her like sort of like put down the box, the little takeout to go box down, stand up and look at Solus like, you been touching my girl? And and like run at him with the chopsticks and probably just like go to like use them as a weapon.
Okay.
I wish we had witnesses.
Go
and someone was
ahead
doing a
and,
TikTok.
Go ahead and roll for directly engage.
Don't worry, we're about to.
As moving very quickly, he's like trying to like not only avoid the chopstick but also get a couple blows in.
Toxic doesn't count as a witness.
Oh no.
And this is
Johnny's about to do something.
directly engage. Oh, lost a spot. Lost a spot. Hold
What is
on.
Sable Star's deal? We're
Well,
literally
your
going
deal.
against her enemy.
That's
Actually, I'm
a
going to do that on my
9.
next turn. Ooh, 9.
All right.
Yeah.
That's pick
So-
one.
Yes, I'm going to pick one. Yes. Sorry, I was just reading my stuff because it's been a minute since I've read my stuff. I'm going to do. I'm just going to. I'm going to say frighten the opposition.
Okay. So as
For
as
extra
you
damage.
so describe what you do, and then I'll let you know what he does.
Yeah, so
It's
I think she's going in with the chopsticks and just like hitting various joint points
Mhm.
with them because like they're very pointed and like just trying to like either immobilize certain like reflex movements, like when you hit like get hit in a certain part in your arm goes dead. She's definitely doing that to like try to some spots and maybe just
Yeah.
a small stab.
You see it one. You see it one as it kind of hits. The arm kind of goes dead. You see like a moment later, it's coming back a little bit, but there's just his eyes kind of go wide. He's not usually one for a lot of like direct combat, but there's a point when you go and he reaches out and he actually manages to grab like your face, and you just feel like this massive spike of emotion. And there's just this moment where you kind of picture yourself back with Marrow earlier today, and just that thing sort of flashes inside of you. It's like it was only because people were watching. It was only because the distraction was needed. It wasn't because that she actually cares about you. Go ahead, take Insecure.
Oh,
I am going to I'm going to break his wrist. I'm going to telepathically break his wrist. Like
Aren't you going against Sable Star?
Yeah, Sable Star. You have a +1 against Sable Star.
I have a +1 against Sable Star.
Also, you don't know this is happening unless your telepathy has gotten very good.
No, but he has a hand on her face, and we know what he does.
Yeah,
so.
I know. But
you know Obsidian. She's probably got it for now.
Strong.
Yeah. Okay.
She knows my heart is true.
So one of my things is it's telekinesis and telepathy. I want to do like Scarlet Witch move, like into her brain. So I'm gonna do unleash your power, not unleash your powers. Yeah, unleash your powers.
Tell me, what do you want to do with it?
I want to basically stop and to teleportate her be able to teleport, because obviously it's something in her mind that caused her to teleport. So I want to like basically numb that part of her, whatever it is. Can I do that?
Yeah, go ahead and roll with Freak. And a +1.
Okay. That's not great. That's a 6.
You have a +1, right?
Yeah, that's a 6.
Oh shit.
Unless someone there can use a team to help. Oh yeah.
What's our team at 2?
Team starts at 2. Right now you're both a bit split up, so I don't think I don't know if we've got like necessarily a leader. Same purpose, I would think. Plus it would be 1, 2, 3, 4.
Here's a question. Here's a question.
Because this is a little off balance.
One of my things is boost. Spend 1 burn to supercharge a teammate's efforts with your powers, giving them a +1 bonus to their roll if you had spent a team on the pool. Can I use that on myself?
Did you burn yet?
You haven't done a burn yet.
I did. I rolled my burns.
Not this.
I had.
Not this.
I did.
What did you get?
I had a 7.
Yeah, that's usually a thing you have to like. That's like an action you take. It's like a thing that you do. It's not just a immediate thing. Part of it is you build up your power. That's what you do a lot, but it becomes like a thing that you do.
Okay. Can we use a team? Is there a way to do that?
If someone back there does something to help.
I can like clench down harder and like twist, maybe distraction.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I was saying, you
skin,
see a moment as you kind of like grab into her mind. There's just this moment where you start using the telepathy. She kind of like locks at you, and then like starlight appears in her hand like a spear, and she goes. It starts to kind of come towards Marrow. How do you help with that?
Bones creep up the leg a little bit more, and just like I'm not breaking skin right now. I wish I was, but just like twisting her leg to the side.
I would you can kind of feel that part that lets her like build those wormholes and kind of connect those two, and you manage to like, kind of with your telepathy, essentially damage it for the time being. But go ahead, take a condition.
Okay.
Johnny.
Sorry, no spears.
Okay.
This starts happening in the back. As like are the two of you rushing in to help?
Who? Me and Viral?
Yeah.
Johnny and the civilian.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Johnny. The first thing Johnny's doing though is he is pulling out his phone and starting a live and just setting it on the counter.
Yeah. So the thing is, just you go out to pull out the thing to start a live, and you actually starting the live actually gives you a second when you first like sort of hit it before you set it on the counter and like have it so that it flips around to face the other way. You see behind you 2 of those stalker armors land, and then just these rockets come flying in. You don't get struck with these ones. They burst in the like foyer area, and you manage to kind of like duck behind a wall because you saw you saw them in your phone. What do you do?
So was the live going when that happened?
Like you had
Did the live catch
just
that?
started it.
So it caught the armors.
Oh.
Oh, this is wildfire. I just spit out my address. I'm under attack by Jason Blake's armors at my home while we were eating Chinese, and 2 supervillains that are aiding them, and turn the camera to that, and that is going to be my action.
Yeah, don't you have a move that goes specifically with like
Except seek help from your audience. Roll superior. On a hit.
Would they actually be able to help with this? Is it just
call the... I mean, I think what I'm trying to do is like, this is going to make Blake look bad. That 2 of his armors are helping...
Go ahead, make
or 2 villains are helping his armors fight heroes. Mm-hmm. Like, that's going to look terrible.
Make your roll.
Okay. And that's hoping my audience will like blow this live up. And that is plus superior. So that is a 5 plus a 2. That is a 7. Whew,
what's that do for you with a 7?
7. Their demands are a lot higher. So on a hit, someone in your audience can hook you up. On a 10 plus, they only make a small demand. On a 7 to 9, their demands are a lot higher. So I'm not sure how that would work.
So 2 things happen as this strikes very quickly. You have a thing just sort of pops up. The thing that sort of pops up is like, my uncle's with the FBI. Like on your live.
Get him on the phone. My address.
Then it just goes, give me a Dr. Buttocks forever.
A doctor.
At that point, the island in the kitchen explodes.
Just do it.
Dr. Buttocks forever. Dr. Buttocks forever.
And then the strangest thing you've ever seen happens. You go flying around the corner and past where you're at, like all aflame, and then just like heading out. One of the stalker armors, it kind of like heads off after Viral's illusion. The other one just kind of like hits the ground and is like rushing their way into the home itself. All right, we're back in the backyard. Issa, you got that moment where it just all those insecurities about Marrow and what happened just are right at the forefront. And he's kind of trying to he's taking a step or 2 back with those hits. What do you do?
I think she's like, get your nasty ass fucking hands off of me. And
are you touching my other friend?
And she's like yelling that as it's happening, and she's just like, just probably going to do a thing and probably kick his ass.
Now you know how I felt when he started putting those moves on me at the party.
Yeah. So she's going to, I'm just going to directly engage and just start like, maybe just take him and throw him against like into the wall or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so directly engage.
I have assessed the situation.
Wait, hold on. Actually, that's a 7. Wait, hold on. What's insecure takeaway? 1 second. Yep, I got it. Yep. It's 5, 6, 7. Yes, I can do math.
Michael.
Okay, so tell me what you do?
I am going to kick his ass. I'm going to take something from him.
Do you have any idea what you're going to take?
Let's see. Let me look at his stupid little face again and see if there's anything like on him that I get points.
He doesn't use any items or anything. There may not be a thing to take unless there's something you can think of.
Chest tattoo.
Just rip off his chest.
It hurts.
Just auto flash. Oh God, I don't know what I can take either. I think. other than his reputation and because we have been yelling like, "Hey, don't touch me," or like, and Miro's maybe someone that's being caught alive, or like
he might not care about that. Like I'm trying to think of
yeah.
Also,
Okay.
I mean, he is a villain.
Yeah, that's true. I think I'm just going to keep just another frighten then.
Okay. Yeah, as he sort of hits. So you said you threw him inside, or what did you do?
I throw him into the wall.
Okay. So
Probably not through the wall, but like because she's not super strong, but she's like strong enough where she can like make him hit the wall probably pretty hard.
As it hits the wall, he grabs a there's like a grill nearby, and then just as he strikes you with it, he then like goes through a window into the house.
I go through a window into the house?
No, he does. So he take a condition because he's gonna just hit you with the grill, and then he rushes into the house through one of the windows. What about you two with Sable Star? She's just trying to strike Zaylin. She's, at this point, unable to teleport. What are y'all doing?
I want to assess the situation. Can I do that, or is this something
You're kind of in the middle of it at this point. Like assessing the situation would be
all right?
Like it's a fairly obvious what's going on.
Michael, I have a question.
Yep.
Based on the fact that Zaylin and I have spent the longest.
I'll say generally don't look at the basic moves. Just say what you do, and then we can go to them. Because when you look at the basic moves first, some of them are just not going to make sense with the actions. Right. So just go through actions.
So she's in the bone cage right now, right?
Her legs are. Her leg is.
Yeah, she's in the bone bear trap. Although again, not drawing blood, but still stuck in place. Pretty good. Like the question I have is not. I feel like it's just related to what Mero knows. Is based off the conversation. Is Sable Star like a works for the highest bidder kind of person?
Oh, she's very much a works for the highest bidder.
Okay, yeah, because
that was her whole thing.
I was confused as to why she was here because I was like, she and Wraith work together, and then I was like, oh yeah, she likes money. Like,
well, and she then was working for Centipede, and we screwed that over.
Who was doing some work for Blake on the side?
Oh yeah, but I don't know. I feel like that maybe that didn't trickle down to Sable Star necessarily. Like, this is for Jason Blake.
She's solid. She's solid, right? Like So how long? She's a solid person. So if I hit her,
it would hurt.
It would hurt. Okay, I'm gonna hit her. I've been rolling so bad today, guys. I have 2 fails. Oh, I can mark potential. Sweet. Let me just do that real quick. Not 2 fails. We got 1 fail. Okay. Okay, that's good. I have a 9.
All right. Go ahead. Pick your one. What do you do?
Let's see. I am going to create opportunity for my allies. So this gives Mero an opportunity.
All right, go ahead. Take a condition as you coming in and you hit her. She's got that spear that she created earlier. That she's still able to, like, too close to stab you with it, but is able to just like, crack you across the head as you hit her a couple times with it. But that leaves her open for Mero. What you do?
I think I also just have to go for it. I'm going to be.
I'll say she does that too. Sorry. Well, she also, because of her move for having her condition, like breaks the environment. Just kind of, and it's like smashes open the bear trap you kind of had her in.
Okay, fair enough. I'm just going to stab her in the shoulder with a bone to try to potentially, if I do super good, get her to drop the space sword. But worst case scenario, stabbed in the shoulder. Unleash powers.
No, that's directly engaged.
Well, it's 0 either way, so. No, that's a 3. Yeah.
All right, so as that, so you go through just to try to stab her.
Yeah.
She actually managed to kind of grabs with one hand, and then just elbows you, take a condition, and then goes on the ground, and suddenly gravity for both of you inverts, and the 2 of you start falling up.
I'm gonna take insecure so we can match.
All right. Insides. Wildfire.
All right. So you said the one took off after viral or
No, took off
an illusion?
after a second you that flew out and away.
Oh, I don't like that.
It's viral create an illusion.
Okay, thank God. I love that.
I think John. You said the other one is just kind of standing there.
No,
doesn't see me
the other
around?
one's making its way inside. You've gone, but is kind of heading inside right now and has eyes on what's going on at the backyard. You also have heard from one side. You heard like a window smash in, and some noise also in the house where you've got the stalker armor coming inside. What do you do?
Okay. I am going to. I think I'm just gonna like take a step out from the corner or from the corner I'm around and just like blast him with fire.
Okay. All right.
And I want to use my adult move, wield your powers.
All right. Wield your power. Johnny's finally starting to get his shit together.
All right, that is a 7. Oof.
All right.
So plus on a hit, choose 1. On a 10 plus, choose 2. I want to neutralize an opponent or threat, at least for now.
All right. As you tell me what you do to the stalker armor.
I think what I do is I just come around, and because I've gotten a little more control of my flames, I just engulf him to the point it overloads his suit.
Yeah,
like it's not designed for heat.
And then the back of it jettisons, and he goes flying out of the armor, and you see as he hits about there's actually some corrective jets on there as he strikes the ground. Probably about 15 feet, and actually on the steps down. It's essentially in the back of the armor, an airbag has sort of burst to keep him, as he's got that back part of the armor and the airbag still attached to him, as he leaving just that front part that just crashes in front. We got 2 of you right now up in the air floating. What do you do? She's reverse gravity.
Can I get my burns?
Make your burn.
You also reverse gravity. Reverse gravity.
Yeah, as you pull in your power, Mero, what are you doing?
I have 1, 2.
I'm more powerful than ever, but I feel like it's just bone cage
11.
or stabbing.
I have 11.
All right, what's that give you?
That means I get 3 burns. So I am going to do what I want to do. I am going to use move. Can I use it with Mero? Can I grab Mero to come with me someplace? All right. I grab Mero, and basically move can just put me where I want to be. So we're just going to be back on the ground on our feet.
And you rolled well enough, I think, Mero, that would give you an opportunity to do something as you get down.
Okay. I was originally just going to defend Zaylin and make a shield as we were coming down, just to keep us safe, I guess, for the time being. Just kind of, I don't know. I don't like being stabbed in the air. Is that strange?
No, quick question. Is Sable Star still on the ground?
Yeah, Sable Star's still on the ground, and as you head up, there's a moment where she goes, and that spear turns into extremely long, Sephiroth style sword. As she
Can I punch her in the head? Can I punch her in the back of the head?
Well, we'll say because you're flying on your way down, because she's able to see. You're not appearing. You're not teleporting behind her or something. So as she kind of comes down, I would say, Mero, you'd have an opportunity because you grab Mero, that's your thing. You're moving down to that area. Mero, do you want to do as the 2 of you come back down to Earth?
Actually, I am going to do something. I'm going to do classic Mero. I'm going to say this to her as we're within earshot. I'm going to poke some bones out in a way that is unsettling, gross. And I'm going to shout down to Sable Star, your powers are extremely beautiful. You could do a lot more with your life.
She just goes, "This pays the bills."
One day this will work. And I don't know. I feel like that's like a, I don't know, is that like a, could that be like a Pierce the Mask maybe, or just RP?
I think
I'll
that's
be
kind
fine.
of more just RP. Are you basically trying to defend as she's slicing up towards Zaylin?
Yeah, sure. Why
Go
not?
ahead, make your roll for plus savior.
One day I'll talk someone down. 8.
All right, it'll cost you. Expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation. You get to add a team to the pool, take influence over someone you protect, or clear a condition. Or sorry, for PC, defend something from immediate threat. PC.
I thought defend was you expose yourself to danger or escalate, and you can add team to a pool, take influence.
I think
or
for
clear
this
condition.
one, defending. Oh, NPC threats on a hit, you keep them. You keep Zaylin safe as the basically this large sword was going to like try to impale. But a 7/9, so it'll cost you. You expose yourself to danger or escalate the situation. I don't
I'll
see how you
expose
can escalate.
Oh, if you have something interesting, yes, and
How about this? As you're coming now, you get to choose add a team to pool, take influence over Zaylin, or clear a condition.
if I add team to the pool, one of you go use it, then add team to the pool.
So as the sword sort of comes out, tell me how you stop it from hitting Zaylin.
I mean, as much as I disparage it, I think we gotta go classic. It's almost never worked, but Bone Shield.
All right, so as the bone shield hits, Zaylin, what you see is it's coming right towards you. Here comes Marrow, just hits it. But the thing is, it actually, like, this thing is growing because she can create this out of starlight. It brings you, like, sort of down to the ground, and you are being sort of slammed backwards with the sword, like, starting to crack through parts of that bone. And, like, behind the Zaylin, you can kind of see, if this keeps going, she's going to hit the side of another building, which will
Okay.
probably make that end up, like, hitting. Like,
Can I spend a burn?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay. Okay, I want to do okay, it's overcharge. You can channel the full capacity of your incredible powers to overcome an obstacle, reshape your environment, or extend your senses. So what I would like to do is trying to think about this. I want to almost like I did the bubble thing before.
Mm-hmm.
With that, I want to like because so you said that the sword is like
It's
shattering out.
It's actually growing. Like it's almost like just as Marrow has got the shield and is being like slammed backwards with it.
All right, I'm going to bubble out, and this is like I spend 2 burn to take a 10. So basically, this is as I basically bubble it so that it stops it.
What do you mean by bubble it?
Remember how I bubbled Issa before
I think like Steven Universe.
Yeah, like bubbled, like think of Glinda in a bubble, like it's a shield,
like the telekinetic shield.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Things can't
like
get out.
like Violet in the Incredibles. Like
Okay.
I can bubble
Okay.
things.
Yeah. So yeah,
I'd bubble it.
It goes around. As it starts to go around her, like you actually see part of the sword snap off. What's sort of the bubble? The rest of it's kind of come to the side, keeping Marrow from being actually harmed by it. So you like Marrow, you are now in a safe position as that sword sort of skitters off the bubble and goes flying to the side. Issa, you pick yourself up from getting slammed with the grill, and you see Solace like rushing up the stairs. There's also some sort of like explosion happening inside the house.
Shit, what they gonna say?
Kick that Goth's ass.
Yeah, I think she has a personal vendetta against the scrawny motherfucker, and and is going to like run in after him, and like where is he at this point? And is he in Johnny's apartment, or is he in like a neighbor's apartment?
You see him rushing up the stairs.
Okay.
Like, he's on like full on flea mode.
Yeah, I think she's like not today, motherfucker, and like, we'll basically just like probably tackle him like maybe into the stairs. So like,
So it's a kind of an unleash to stop him from actually fleeing.
yeah,
Okay.
a leash. Okay, I could do. I could. Oh, I could do that. Oh shit! Goodbye. Come here.
Don't forget, there's 3 team. I think we haven't used any yet, right?
That's a 7 on my dice.
I guess no one's there to help, but still, team. It's got to count for something.
I have a 0 and freak, so that's 7.
Okay. Tell me how you kind of catch him and stop him from fleeing.
Yeah, he said he's running up the stairs. I think she's gonna like just run and just like straight up shoulder check tackle him like into the stairs.
Okay. Yeah, he
probably hurts herself in the process too, but she doesn't care. She's like,
"Yeah,
you're gonna stop."
Take a condition as he just sort of hits on the steps and like realizes that this like you see sort of eyes wide. This is someone where the fight has gone out of him. He's already gotten the shit kicked out of him by y'all previously.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at this moment, as you kind of knock him into the stairs, you hear that explosion of the fire, and then you hear like the sound of like emergency something down there. Like he's got kind of wide eyes. Things look a little bit rough for him. Yeah, Johnny, you kind of see out of the side of your eye something, and then Obsidian go like rushing up the steps.
Okay. I think at this point I'm just gonna like yell, "Everybody all right?"
Johnny, your porno mags, they're in danger.
No! I unleash my powers. I destroy everybody.
Solus is gonna get to them, and then when he touches you the next time, you'll be all ashamed.
Ew.
I think Johnny. So you said the guy is on his back outside, like.
Yeah, that's still in the stalker armor. Like essentially, he has been ejected from the armor.
Okay,
and
I think Johnny
the armor just fell.
Okay, I think Johnny is gonna try because he's still got the TikTok live going. I think he's gonna try to get this guy to slip up with some kind of speech, and Johnny's just gonna walk up to him and be like, "So why is Blake interested in a group of teenagers?"
He just told us to get you, man. That's all I know. And he's actually trying because he's stuck still in like the armor stuff. Like he's hit the ground, but it has not all like deflated and let him go yet.
Imply that Blake's a pervert, please.
Because we're just
Is this the same guy from the arcade? Is this the same guy from the arcade or one of them?
This is one of them, yeah.
So Blake employs supervillains now.
They were supposed to be the distraction when we came in. That's all I know, man. That's all I know.
So he did send them as a distraction to help you.
I was just sent. Come on. It's like the fire like rising up around you.
Yeah.
Just don't burn me. For the love of Christ, don't burn me, man.
I need you to tell me, did Blake send supervillains to attack my home?
Oh, he'll kill me if I say something. Backyard.
Oh, that's even better, Johnny. That's even better. Because that means yes. And also he kills his employees. Also, we got to keep this guy safe. He's weak in a fun way. And also, Jason Blake will murder him.
Well, we're gonna cut back to me, and I'm gonna be like, "That's all I needed to know. Let me help you up. Let's keep you safe."
Okay, let's go to the backyard.
Yeah, backyard.
Oh God, it's so hard because it's like just stab her. There's like she's so powerful. What can you do?
Yeah, so at this point, yes, is it sort of gone? She lets go, and like that sword she created sort of disappears, and then you see like a shield and a smaller sword appear in her hand through the starlight.
I guess bone shield, bone sword match. Let's go, baby.
I just Marrow rushing in.
Yep, Marrow rushes in.
Yeah, it's Sable starts forward. It's like, you have fucked up my payday too many times.
Consider alternative employment, please. Yeah, nope. 4.
All right.
Arrow's not good at fighting.
So tell me what you do as you come forward with a sword and shield.
I mean, it's like if you give a kid a sword and a shield. It doesn't matter how sharp I make it, how accurate I make it. It's still just like my wrist is all weird. I actually don't want to like hurt anyone that badly. Like the shield maybe does a little bit of blocking, but as I try to like go in, it just kind of like
Zayla,
barely hits.
I would say, how many conditions do you have right now?
Me?
No, Marrow.
2.
What?
I have 2.
Go ahead and take a powerful blow. Roll plus your conditions. As she just starts like Zayla, you just see this hammer down on that shield.
All right, I'm gonna use my never give up, never surrender, which, as we reminder, is I roll plus savior.
Okay.
And we are doing the opposite. We're not trying to go low. We're trying to go high. Because weird move. 8.
What's that do?
I do have to mark a condition, but I get an opportunity or opening. I can rally and add another team, or I keep the attention. I'm going to get an opportunity or opening, but I'm going to give it to Zaylin.
Yeah, as she's just like, that's supposed to work with fucking Jason Blake. As she's just kind of hitting and Zaylin, like she's ignored you at this point.
Right. I have to unleash my power. So let me hope this is strong.
Also, I'm going to take Afraid, even though it's not good. I feel like conceptually that makes sense.
What is it you're actually doing, though?
I want to choke hold her. I want to just
that's directly engage.
Hey.
Psychically choke hold her.
That's still directly engaged. Like unleashing the powers is about like the environment, extending your set.
I don't think it matters because let me see. What's my plus?
Throw me into her. Explode. I don't care if you explode me. Do something.
I am going to. At the 7. I am going to Wait, no.
Steve.
That's a 6.
No.
All right. So
I get a +1, right? I get a +1 for opportunity.
Oh, well, the opportunity has her not paying attention. So, Marrow, do you want to use team on that?
Yes, because we have 3 points. How many do you need?
Yeah. 1.
Okay.
Oh yeah, 1.
So I'm gonna say she's not gonna be able to hit you back on this because she's so just slamming.
I am going to like just pick her the fuck up and like basically put her 50 feet in the air.
Okay, with gravity.
Yeah, just like so, you. Like I'm basically saying that thing of like we put a hand on a kid's head and they're like swinging at you. Like she's 50 feet in the air and I'm just like, you need to calm down.
Yeah, there's a moment and she sort of heads up there and she's a little bit distracted. So like she's got gravity powers, but it'll take her a moment to kind of get her shit back together. Issa, you and Solace.
Yeah, I think as soon as like she feels like he's giving up the fight, she's gonna like slap in some like. I think she's got some powered handcuffs, maybe, or like. He doesn't. Have. Yeah, she's gonna slap on some power handcuffs on him and like actually call Kinnick. Actually, I don't think she has Kinnick's. Does she have Kinnick's number? I think it's just Johnny that has Kinnick's number.
I mean, you have regular police, so you could ask for Detective Kinnick.
I mean, you can call 911.
Absolutely not.
You hear 2 things. You hear helicopters coming close, and you hear sirens that are coming closer. Granted, could be going anywhere in Philly, but
I think she's calling the I guess this is an emergency. I guess she's calling 911 then.
Okay. It's like 911. How can I help you?
Hi. Yes. I am Obsidian. We are under attack at this location.
We've already got agents on their way.
We have powered people as well as some of Jason Blake's people as here attacking us.
Yeah, we currently have a helicopter as well as several squad cars on the way.
All right, we have Solus and Sable Star as powered, so bring appropriate contraptions for them.
Okay. And Steve.
I think Johnny's just gonna be like, "Thank you for all of your help, man. Here," and I just like pull the things apart, like with my flame hands, just melt the straps. I'm like, You're all over the internet right now saying that. So if I were you, I'd run.
Yeah.
And I turn to go back.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. We gotta help this dude.
As he sort of gets up, you see Viral, like, kind of behind, like, ah! And she goes, yeah, there's another one upstairs that's taken care of right now.
Oh, good job. I think Johnny's gonna like fly as fast as he can out the back to see what's going on.
All right, yeah. So up there, as as she takes this moment where she finally kind of catches it, you use her own gravity stuff to kind of steady herself. But at this point, she's looking at the three of you, and you see the fight go out of Sable Star.
I want to kill her.
I mean, come on, she's not that bad. She's never like
I want to kill her.
she's not. She hasn't really gone at any of us with like lethal force. Although she did try to hurt all those civilians.
Quick, 2 questions: is this something you say out loud, and is this something that Johnny is still on TikTok Live with?
No, I don't say it out loud.
Yeah,
I don't say it out loud. I do want to kill this bitch though, so badly.
I think just keep her in the air. I know you hate her, but
Well, the thing is that she's also got gravity control, but there's just this moment where she's looking at the three of you. You see the fight go out because she regains sort of her own control, but the fight kind of goes out of her. She looks at that she's outnumbered and she's not far from being knocked out entirely.
well, not by me. Failure. Oh wait, I failed twice.
Yep. Remember to mark your
Potential.
potential.
I think Johnny's just gonna kind of look at Zayla and be like, I think Sable Star's done.
I slowly lower her back down.
She's going to surrender.
If you make one move, Johnny will fry you.
Bone cage.
And then there's this moment where she sort of looks, and there's just like you can almost feel a bit of a slight tug on that place where you kind of knocked her ability to draw the wormhole in. She's not able to, so at that point she just kind of like goes to her knees, hands on her head.
I yell for Issa. Issa, do you got any more powered cuffs?
And I think she's like coming out with Solus, like her hands on his shoulder and like leaning him out. And she's like, "You sit," and she kicks him in the back of the knees to make him sit down on the steps. And she's like goes over and she's like, "Yeah, I got another set," and like pulls it out of the belt. And goes and like slaps the cuffs on Sable Star. Where's the power guy?
Yeah, he we'll talk about that later.
He needs to
He's
be arrested.
powered?
The powered suit guy, whatever. You know what I mean? Yeah.
We have one upstairs knocked out that someone took care of, and then there's one that got ejected, and believe me, he's better off running than he is being caught.
So Johnny, I'm gonna say this: you should end your TikTok live if you haven't already.
When do the cops show up?
Nobody knows I had a TikTok live going.
I'm not saying that as mayor. I'm saying that as Ness.
I think Issa's gonna go upstairs.
Coming closer.
Yeah.
As the helicopter gets close, I just kind of like pick up the phone and end the live.
Okay.
I'll get the guy from upstairs, and so he's gonna run back inside to go get the unconscious state upstairs.
I just collapse on the ground. I'm just like,
It's okay, Salem.
he's just gonna keep coming after us.
I might have done something to kind of mitigate that a little bit.
Oh, Johnny, I don't like when you do that because, like, usually, I'm sure it was very helpful, but also, I feel like every time we try to like give him apology cookies, he comes back with like an apology shotgun.
So this whole fight was on TikTok.
Oh, Johnny, I did so bad. Everyone's gonna see me kiss Issa and then do so bad in a fight.
Well, you have an excuse. You were just so caught up in the emotion of your love nearly getting kicked to shreds. You were just overcome and overwhelmed. See, we can spin this.
You didn't even get the good parts where I called Solos a pervert.
No, I was too busy not getting killed by rockets.
It's fine. Today, I got a lot of Twitter followers today,
But
so it doesn't matter.
The TikTok live caught the armor shooting rockets at me, and the guy that ejected out the front door, I have him on video on a live saying that he can't tell me that Blake sent supervillains to kill us because Blake will kill him.
You see that the helicopter is coming close to the backyard at this point.
And I think that's when Issa comes out with the guy from upstairs.
Viral just sort of looks at you and goes, touch them for me. Touch them so they can see me.
Okay, I touch him.
Well, that tells us, because like right now, none of you can see Viral.
That's me. I just kind of I just touch everybody. Like,
there you are,
awkwardly, just like across the faces.
Yeah, like
Team huddle.
Issa's coming in with the guy like over her shoulder because he's knocked out, and like Johnny 329 now. She's like, "The fuck are you doing? Like, what?
Just let me touch your face."
Is this a team handshake?
And then
you can say please.
Then you see Viral kind of like floating up above him, and she goes, "I can testify too. I found myself ever since that last burst. I've just been able to stay here more consistently."
Oh, good. That was the burst that killed our friend.
Oh man.
Just kidding. They're lost in space.
Ivy got pulled into the rift. Is what Mara was trying to say.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
We're gonna get them back.
We'll get them back.
Yeah, it'll be fine. But also, it's good to see you. I'm glad you're not dead.
I'm hoping to be able to come back, and with some of the tech that Jason has, that might be possible.
Well, I sure hope so.
Also, that we can beg, borrow, steal, or force Jason Blake to let us use that equipment.
Hey, did you know Wraith? Mara, what was Wraith's real name?
Barclay.
No, hold on a second.
August
Clayton?
Yes, August Clayton.
Augie? Yeah.
Oh, that's even worse.
Augie was like really kind of quiet, kept to himself most of the time. Really great with tech.
Yeah, he kidnapped Ivy's parents. He was kind of a thorn in our side, but he's also the reason that Blake is under investigation right now.
At which point, through the ruins of your house, Kinnick steps in, and a second later, the partner kind of rushes in behind him.
Dude,
Caldwell,
get on a Couch to 5K program.
He's doing the turkey trot. Also, this is just a fun new handshake we're all doing.
And Kinnick walks up and goes, "Tell me they save Xbox or X. Tell me they save TikTok lives."
They do.
Yeah. Yes, they do.
Oh, people do. They save his for sure.
She goes,
"Oh no, like it's on my phone."
She goes, "We need that, and we need that for evidence, and we think we need all of you to testify."
Oh, we have another person. I just touched Kinnick's face.
Just what the? She's just like, Viral's like, "Hi." She just kind of floats down, and like
you could have warned her about everything.
Like, Kinnick's partner is just like, "What's going on, Kinnick?"
Caldwell,
touch him.
Yeah, Caldwell is just like what's going on, Kinnick? And Kinnick's just like Viral explains kind of what's happening, and you see it's like the helicopter lands or gets kind of close to it, drops down the ladder, and then there's a look to FBI agents that movies and television have told me this is what an FBI agent looks like. That's what these two people look like.
Oh.
They sort of approach and it's like, "We saw the live. We can get that, right?"
Yes, yeah. Give me 20 minutes to get it on my computer, and I'll have it.
Also,
on a
it seems
drive
like from what I've heard, maybe it could also be clipped and like reshared like a bajillion times on TikTok too. So like,
yeah, it's gonna be everywhere.
You got it, Scully and Mulder.
And she's a redhead. She looks really pissed at that. She goes, "I'm Tasha. This is Damien. Agent Reinsberger. I'm Agent Grinskia."
Tasha Grinskia?
Yes.
It's a
Well,
Just call me
lot of
Agent
names.
G.
Yeah,
Let's-
and then
let's-
Damian Reinberger.
Reinsberg.
Marrow, let's not insult the wonderful FBI agents.
X-Files is a great show, so like I don't really feel like how that's an insult. I'm just saying.
Ignore her, please. Yeah, give me a minute. Johnny goes in, pulls his computer out, gets the and just comes back with 2 flash
Yeah.
drives.
While he's getting that
Detective
out,
Andy.
I think she's like, by the way, this is one of Jason Blake's goons. Is this one of the guys I've seen that followed us to the arcade?
No, the thing is he let that guy run, and then
No.
the other one had fled after like what they thought was Johnny and has not returned.
Oh, I thought you said that's the one Farrell knocked up upstairs.
No, Solace is the one that upstairs. Solace is
Oh,
the villain.
I thought-
Oh,
One of our
No,
first.
'cause
that was another.
It's important that we have this pervert on our hands, though.
No, Issa already brought him
No,
downstairs, so that's why she was like, "Oh, going upstairs to grab the other guy," because I thought that you said.
Oh
Farrell.
no!
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
the thing is, on that video, that's definitely the guy you saw at the arcade.
Yeah. By the way, we were followed at the arcade by one of Jason's goons as well, and
Are you able to identify him?
I can't.
and I don't. Well, actually, Issa doesn't know he was here, but she's like, we were also attacked here. Could be a coincidence. The same people. I don't know
Um,
where he is now. I don't know actually where either of them are now.
the guy that was out front might still be out front, but
So,
I'm not
he,
sure.
He ran. You told him to run. He ran. He ended up in like another
And
cut
he
thing.
ran.
You actually see him get
Ran
picked
so
up by the other
far
armor,
away.
the other the stalker armor, and they flee.
Running
Okay.
up that hill.
If I could, I
When
could
will,
do with Jason Blake.
when will the seagulls
Who's
be trending on
ass in
TikTok?
prison?
So,
Billionaire.
yeah. So, did anybody, Johnny at this place, like, did anybody touch them yet? He's pointing at the 2 FBI agents.
Oh no! Here, let me touch you.
Oh, here, here. And I just like,
And then they're
touched-
both like, "What the fuck?" As Viral kind of explains, poor Cladwell though is just going, "I don't understand what's happening. What are you?
I
what are you
finally just
talking
touch
to?"
him.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh, Caldwell, I've been trying to touch you for like 20 minutes.
You're a kid. It feels weird when you do that. You also say stuff like that, which makes me feel
You're a good-
uncomfortable.
You are a good man. You are a good man.
That wasn't even
Thank you.
innuendo. When I innuendo you, you'll know it. Also, so will everyone, because it will be unsubtle.
Oh man.
Also, Johnny, do you want to stay somewhere not here tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kid goes. That
Are we
would
gonna
be a
sleep
good
over at
idea.
yours?
Yeah, we can have it at mine or Issa. Are you still hosting your cousin?
I think she's gonna be here for a while. So, but I mean, we can make room if
I
you don't want
mean,
to deal with it.
Y'all want to split up, or y'all want to like everyone hang?
I was just gonna go to my house, honestly, just because I need to ice this. And she points to like the cuts that she has on her face from being hit in the face with a grill.
Ah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Zaylin, where are you going? I can get a hotel. Like, it's not that big
Don't
of a
get a
deal.
hotel. Don't just.
also, Johnny, if you're gonna come to my house, maybe you should put on a mask.
Yeah,
like-
I'm not gonna come to your house. Ivy's parents are still there, and I don't want to deal with that.
No, they left after their daughter was kidnapped by the
Oh,
sky.
They went home. Oh, okay.
Michael, they went home after their daughter was kidnapped by the sky, right? Or are they still hanging out?
Well, no, they were there while all that stuff was going on, and then when kidnapped by this guy, I think you said kidnapped by this guy. Yeah, no, they've gone back home since this guy kidnapped Ivy.
Yeah, I remember they were like, "Get our daughter back," and then they just left.
I think at this point, Johnny kind of looks at Detective Kinnick and the agents like, so when do you want to do the interviews? Because I know that's coming.
As soon as possible. And there's this moment where she kind of goes, "Yep, all right, we've got people inbound for Jason Blake right now." She goes, "He should be being arrested soon."
I look at
Agent
Johnny
G,
like, can I talk to him before he is?
She goes, "We can't necessarily like he's going to be in custody."
Can I talk to him in custody?
It's a possibility. Let's see about that.
Uh,
For right
you,
now,
you,
go home,
you are,
go someplace, get some
you,
sleep. Talk to us in the morning.
you are aware he has a superpowered security team, right?
Yeah,
Agnes is a supered individual.
Angus.
think it's
Angus, yeah.
yeah. That's we've got some help trying to bring him in.
Ooh,
Not the Omegas, not the Omegas.
Please tell me it's not the Omegas.
That's who we've got.
They're under his payroll.
Well,
Things right
I
now are
mean-
not looking good for him. If he escapes, that makes them look really bad right now too.
yeah, I
Okay.
think they'll, Johnny.
Because, but
I know this shit. They're gonna bring him out.
I want to temper your. He's a billionaire. This is a possibility, but it's gonna take a while probably to get him to justice.
We'll be around.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so how about in the morning I'll meet you guys at the police station.
Yeah,
at
if you all can meet us there, that would be great.
yeah.
Yep, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
AG, I have a question.
Mhm.
Are other superheroes this busy? Like, I don't know if you
Yeah,
know what's
she's-
going on with us.
Yeah, she just goes to Kinnick. Yeah,
It's Agent G and like I'm
Agent-
like looking
goes
at
to G?
Agent G and Kinnick, the two
Oh, yeah.
the two strongest women I know.
yeah. Agent G just goes. My rundown. You've been a little bit busier than most recently.
Okay, good. Because I was about to say, I thought if everyone's doing this, I'm surprised the world's not on fire.
You seem to have reached the end of a story arc, my friend, or getting near it.
So, which one of you has the nephew that called?
Agent G goes. Yeah, that was my brother's kid.
If he wants an autograph or anything, whatever he wants, just tell me and I will make it happen.
Could you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Don't call him Dr. Buttocks. Just
What?
call him something else.
Well, what's his name? And we'll do like a cameo for
Yeah,
him.
she gives you like the actual name. He's like, just don't call him Dr. Buttocks.
Okay. What?
We've been trying to get him.
Okay.
He's gonna graduate soon. He needs to have something employers can look at.
Bartholomew G, we love you.
Now we'll do a video now. I'm busted as shit.
And I'm
No.
I'm joking.
No, I'm not doing a live right now. I just did a pretty substantial live.
No, I was gonna do a cameo. That way you can have it forever. By cameo,
All
I
right.
mean we can film it and then just email it to him.
All right. Are we needed here anymore, or do y'all got this?
She goes, I would head out.
Okay.
Okay.
Johnny, where are you going?
I think I think I'm gonna go to Marrow's. It's bigger.
Yeah, just put
Fair.
on a hoodie or something. I'm gonna go. Let's all go to different Taco Bells, change our outfits. You put on a disguise.
I'm going home.
Zaylin, I don't know what we can do for you. You also just put on a hoodie, and then we will all meet up at my house.
Yeah, we're
Don't
gonna go
fly
grab
there.
what I'm gonna go grab what shit I can from my room, and then I will be over.
Yeah.
Alright.
I text my aunt. Jason Blake blew up the house we were at afterwards. Homosexual distraction kiss did not work in the long run. It was Johnny's house, so Johnny.
But it did not work.
Yeah, it did not work. Jason, Johnny, and Zaylin are coming to sleep over because their house was exploded.
May have to try again for science.
May have to try again for science.
And you said you were heading home.
Yeah, she's like, I'm going home. Night. And we'll drive home
You're
and
not gonna have a moment with Sarah, like,
no, not tonight.
Not
Also,
tonight.
she's kind of like still in her feelings because she knows that Solus did things to her, but also like the insecurities are there.
He
That she's like-
touched her. He touched her inappropriately.
Also, Mero has been like turning it up a little bit too much tonight, so that's fair.
Yeah. So as soon as she gets home, she's gonna like get out the suture kit to start like sewing up the cuts on her face. I'm like,
Then you just hear, "Shut the fuck up, Marrow! You and Marrow, you and Marrow."
look, you either can shut up and let me do this in peace because you're gonna make me like do it wrong, or you can come do it yourself.
She goes, here. She kind of grabs the thing, and she goes, all right, dish.
Okay. All right. What do you want to know? I was needing a distraction to like get eyes on us and
I
ah
saw it. It seemed like quite a distraction.
yeah
You
it was, but
took one for the
and,
team, did you? Took one for the team? Is that what happened?
yeah, I mean I could do fuck.
Don't lie to me. It won't hurt.
I'm not lying. Okay. Yeah, it's we also kissed before in the bank. It don't stop.
Oh, sorry. In the bank?
Yeah, and yeah, we had to go do a small larceny. It's fine.
You stole something from a bank and made out with Marrow and oh, it's so fucking awesome.
Yeah, but I feel like this one was more of a stunt than anything else. I don't think it was really anything.
If only you knew.
Or is that the place where Marrow went because that's what she wanted to do?
I feel like it's more of a stunt, honestly.
Look at you! Look at you! You're Obsidian. You're badass. If you were my cousin, I'd be all over you.
That's disgusting.
Oh, I'd say it's not gonna happen. Just I appreciate your beauty and your awesomeness, and you kick ass.
I just oh god, did you see the kids swarming me during that live? I don't like being in front of the attention.
Oh, they love
like,
you. You're all
God.
over. She just kind of like scrolls through and goes, "Do you want to see Twitter?"
Oh, no, but
I will
you're gonna
read
show me
you some of
anyways.
my favorites.
Oh,
Do you want to see Tumblr?
oh no. What are some of the good ones that she like?
There's one said I would let them both step on me until I couldn't breathe anymore.
Valid.
There's from being someone who's emceed for both like burlesque and for pole fitness shows, I know that the violence with which the appreciation of the beauty sent towards non-masked people generally is incredible. It's like, step on my neck! I heard that being screamed once during a burlesque show. So a woman yelled it at the audience. It was great.
Oh god, I think it's just like taking. Yeah,
And she goes,
it's taking shots and just like has a bag of peas on her face now as she's listening.
okay, $50. There will
God,
be fanfic up by tomorrow.
Who says it's not even starting tonight?
Oh, you're going tonight?
Yeah.
You're okay. $50 if it's tonight. If it's tomorrow, it's me. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's cut over to Marrow's place.
Okay.
Yeah, I just use my key, open the door.
And
Use your key.
Rosalind is she's waiting up. And so is your sister, Maeve.
And Carolyn.
And Carolyn, sorry. And Carolyn and Maeve are both waiting up. Like we saw. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Obsidian honestly is doing a little worse. They threw a grill at her head.
Where's Obsidian? Are they with you?
She's at her own place.
And then your sister just kind of like holds up a phone, and it shows like not just the Omegas, but also a number of helicopters and police cars and like unmarked cars out in front of Blake Industries, and Jason Blake being taken out in handcuffs.
Oh my. This is my second favorite thing that's happened today.
What's your first?
I mean, you're on Twitter.
She goes, "Oh, I saw that. That wasn't just a distraction."
I mean, we've kissed before. I mean, it was, but also like I could have kissed Johnny or Zaylin. No offense to you two.
Maeve just kind of looks at you. She's like, "You're all over the." Like just a smile on her face.
I am all over the place.
Anybody do anything before we end for tonight?
I I'm not saying like I want to sit on the couch next to Johnny and be like, "Do you think he's gonna get put away?"
Oh, is this just us?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I mean, they're probably gonna have a trial. It's hard to tell. I don't know when that's gonna happen. But he has lost the public opinion. People know he's a shitty person now.
I think what's awful is he knows things can survive in the rift, and he might know how. He might be our way to get back Ivy.
Yeah, or he could be the worst possible person to help us get Ivy back.
I don't want
I mean-
to use him, but
I mean, if people can survive over there and he hasn't brought them back yet, who's to say he knows how? So
Yeah.
far, the only person who's been able to create technology to teleport over there and back safely is Wraith. So I think we have better luck talking to him than we would Blake.
yeah.
This is Nessa talking. I always forget he's like an Elon Musk shithead where like actually he's not good at building things, kind of. He just has
Mhm.
people do shit for him.
That made me so angry on Chuck Carlson's show. Called him a genius. He's not a genius. Henry was a genius. He's him.
Yeah, well, Chuck Carlson's kind of a shithead himself, so it makes sense. Don't worry about what idiots say. Blake's currently arrested, so that's a step in the right direction.
Yeah. True.
Don't worry about it. We're gonna get Ivy back. One way or another, we'll get her back. It's gonna happen.
You're right.
And now everybody knows Viral, so
That they do.
there's a lot of stuff going on. We've done a good job.
We have. I want to see one thing. Thank you.
For what?
You always treated me like I'm normal.
Because you are. What, why, how wouldn't you be? You can talk, you can walk, you can do everything we can do. You're human. To me, you're human.
I hug Johnny real tight.
Both you roll your comfort and support, your mundane.
What are you
Just
doing
like
on my
us, you can
couch?
fight, you can fly, you can.
Mine's a fail. Mine's a fail.
Well, it's a very uncomfortable couch.
Oh, cool. I got a oh god, 7 + 2 is a 9? Yes.
All right,
Zalen,
Zalen, you are
just
able
fucking-
to mark potential, clear condition, or shift labels.
I'm in a clear condition.
All right.
I'm gonna clear. Afraid.
Zalen, you're all comforted, but Johnny, you're just looking at it. You're like, is that hot chocolate? Is that blood?
All right, we good for closing this up for tonight and then doing the epilogue for
Yeah.
season 1 next week?
Yes.
Yep.
I do want to say I'm gonna make this tweet real. And it's somebody who tweets somebody on like Elemental Stan Twitter who's like, I can't believe the one day that I was kidnapped is the day that the big kiss happens. Something like that.
Oh, how is
Yeah.
Daniel, by the way?
He's got a new job. He quit.
Oh,
No
I mean-
longer. He's quit Uber because of us.
Twice.
No,
Twice
good
as
for
thing.
him. It's gonna be more stable than Uber.
Oh, poor guy.
All right, I figure why don't we do the end of stuff? We can do that off camera if you want to let people know where we can find y'all.
Yeah, okay. Hey, I'm Mo. They use pronouns. You can find me all over the internet at Sanina Bezos. I have this game, and then the next one is gonna be the finale for in the Narwhal game next Saturday on TTRPG at noon. Wait, no, hold on. What time? 12:30 Central. Time zones are hard. And then this one. So, but after that, no more streaming for a while. Need a break. Yeah.
Tis the season.
Yes. I'm Sarah. I'm Powerful Week One on TikTok and Powerful Week almost everywhere else.
Hi, I'm Nessa. I'm Loch Nessa, LOCHNEASSA, basically everywhere. I do TikToks. I used to do stand-up. I do this. I have a 90 Day Fiance podcast if that's of any interest to you.
Hi, I'm Steve. I'm the Dragon X on TikTok and Twitch and other places. But yeah, stuff coming eventually. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm doing something eventually. Keep posted. Peace. Thanks for watching.
All right. I'm Michael. I am Improv GM on Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. And Tuesday I'll have New Orleans by Night, the Vampire 5th Edition game I've got going, and I will catch you all later.
Bye.